Is Pulsechain HEX the #1 HEX to buy right now? What is going on, guys? Welcome back to AltCoinChief, where we talk about crypto and blockchain. If you haven't already, make sure you click the subscribe button so you don't miss any crypto content for this bull run. So in today's video, we are focusing on a very hot topic, especially for people who are into HEX. HEX is a cryptocurrency that allows you to lock the tokens and get a certain APY, become essentially a part of the inflation. So HEX prides itself as incentivizing time, because the more you lock and the longer you lock for, the more inflation you will get. So HEX has launched on Ethereum, and it has been a very successful project as it has returned over 10,000x during the peak of the last bull run. But recently, Richard Hart, who is the founder of HEX, has released his own native L1, his own native blockchain, and that is Pulsechain. And because Pulsechain was released, everyone had a copy of their Ethereum tokens over on Pulsechain. This meant that HEX that you had on Ethereum was copied over to Pulsechain. So right now there is a big debate on what both tokens will do in price, because you have one side, which is the HEX on Pulsechain, which is just HEX, and that is currently trading at around 2 cents, just over 2 cents. And then the other story is you have eHEX, which was basically left on Ethereum, and that is trading at around 1.6 cents. So as you can see, there is a bit of a discrepancy between the two tokens. And there are a couple of scenarios that people are mentioning here. One of the scenarios is that eHEX in time will go up in price to equal out the price of HEX on Pulsechain, and they will have a parity, so they will be worth 1-to-1. This is one of the scenarios. The other scenario sees eHEX continuing to dump from these prices and people taking liquidity from eHEX and putting it back to HEX on Pulsechain, which means that HEX on Pulsechain would go up and Ethereum one would just be there to grab liquidity and put it back to Pulsechain. So this is scenario number 2. And then scenario number 3 sees pHEX, which is basically HEX, as we said, go up in price. And this would be the main HEX. But that scenario also sees Ethereum HEX go up, whereas the HEX on Pulsechain would go up more, because this is the native chain of Richard Hart. This is the chain where he will promote, he will let people know about this chain at all times, he will market this chain, and there is just no incentive for him to promote anything on Ethereum. Also, people who are staking on Ethereum, imagine you have a stake end on Ethereum. Do you put it back into Ethereum staking? Well, the answer would probably be no, because the gas fees are so high on Ethereum. So the first thing you would do if you had a stake opened on Ethereum and it ends, you bridge it to Pulse, you change it to pHEX, and you stake pHEX, because the fees are so low. So the overall picture sees 3 scenarios go down, and whichever scenario you pick, you have to stick by it, because these things don't translate within days or weeks. It will be months of constant debate and predictions when it comes to this tactic and this strategy for HEX. And the HEX community is truly the biggest and the most engaged community in crypto. So this is something that they are debating at all times on Twitter and other social media sites. So in time, we'll be able to see which strategy came out at the top, especially because I think the bull run is approaching, and I think HEX will be one of the contenders for this bull run. So we'll closely monitor the situation and let you know what's going on with HEX over time. Let me know in the comment section below which scenario you think is the most probable. This is it for today. I will see you in the next one.